Então, é especial.
It's special. I'm very happy for the opportunity to do a main event in the UFC in Brazil. I think my fans deserve that, and I'm happy to make the effort to make 140 again.
Então,
I'd actually been dieting for 2 years to make bantamweight, and then I said I could do 140, but not bantam. There was the opportunity to fight UFC 198 in Curitiba. 140 was tough. My weight is already hard. I'll usually walk around at 175 pounds, around 77 kilos, but I thought nothing is impossible, and I thought it was so special that it was in Curitiba, in my hometown, that I thought I had to try and give it my all. It was hard, but I've been training for a while with my nutritionist. We've been working at this for 2.5 years. So he knows my body, he knows what I need. When I have a headache, he already knows what it is that I need. So we're in sync, and I managed to make 140. It's going to be special for the fans because I think most MMA fans like stand-up fights. I think there's more of an adrenaline, and it's going to be a knockout. They know I always look for the knockout, and I hope my opponent is training hard so we can put on a good fight. I believe that the moment they start the division, more opponents will show up. Like Lena, she's in my division and we're meeting at 140, so there are many 145 pounders. If you open it, there will be women to fight, much like with 135, 115, so it's just lack of opportunity. If you see the margin of Brazilian women, ask how much they weight. They don't weigh 135 pounds, most of them weight 140 at least. So my division is already 135, a little bit of dieting and I can make it. I'm still 145-pound champion. If there's an opportunity to fight and defend my belt, I'll do it. I want to do catchweight bouts, but I wanted to fight top 10 girls. But I think the UFC is having trouble making fights with girls like Holly Holm, Misha Tate, Ronda, the 135-pound girls. So I believe I should probably defend my belt and wait for the next opportunity. I think it's not the UFC that doesn't want it, I think it's the athlete. You can't force an athlete to challenge themselves, you need to take them yourself. I do. Recently I fought a Muay Thai champion. She had 40 fights and I had 3, and I took it. So I think it's up to the athlete. I don't see things as win or lose. I think it's about putting on a great fight and people thinking of me as a girl who put on great fights. It's not just about winning or losing. It's about putting on a good fight. So I think you can't just put that on someone's heart. The person needs to want to challenge themselves. But it can be seen from the good side too. She will be coming to my division, so I have the bigger obligation to win. She'll be coming from a lower division, and it's not a guarantee that I'm going to win. She may win too and say she beat the 145-pound champion. You can't always see the bad sides. You need to see both. It's 50-50. The same way it's bad for them, it's bad for me. Now, for instance, I'm fighting at 140. I fought Leslie, who was from another division. It was also a risk for me. I'm the champion of my division, and I'm moving down to fight a girl from a different one. It's also a risk, but it's really up to the athlete. I believe the excuse is always that there aren't enough opponents. I believe they think I can make 135. I'm working with my team, doing my best and making 140, but my health comes first. Regardless, I want to be there and put on great fights, not just go in the octagon. I want to fight like Chris Cyborg fights. I don't want to go in there and be a mummy. So it depends on me continuing to do my job. They liked my last fight, my debut, and are giving me an opportunity to do a main event in Brasilia. And I'm certainly going to give it my best now, do a good job, and I'm sure a lot of fruits will come from this fight. Invicta wanted some time to come up with opponents. I'll fight Megan Anderson whenever she wants to. To defend that 145-pound belt would be perfect. No, just my division and super fights. I'm not going to say impossible, but I'm always going at my limit. For every fight, I'll go to the doctor, I take tests, make sure everything is okay. I take it one step at a time, so let's take this first step at 140. I've cut a lot of muscle mass. In 2 years, I cut a lot. If you'd met me before, if you see pictures of me between fights, I've already lost a lot of muscle mass, and we did extensive work. Because when you lose muscle mass, you lose strength. So you need to do extensive work, which we've been doing for 2.5 years, so as not to lose strength, just the mass. We're trying, we're working. I don't see myself retiring anytime soon. I don't have any major injuries. I love training. I think I love what I do. I think if I stop fighting, I'll compete, race, I'll do marathons. I'm very agitated and I love sports. I don't see it right now. I think there's still a lot for me to do. I want to do great fights. I want people to know about me in the UFC. I'm one of the few athletes people knew about before I was even in the UFC. Now they're helping me. I think we're both going to grow together. It used to bother me, but I think you grow and start taking it in stride. You read, like I said, the good and bad things. I think if you try to improve, you get better and learn every day. So I think that each stage of your life is different. I've been through many things in life and they made me the athlete I am now. I think I'm still going to go through many other things, but I'll grow, become a better person and a better athlete, and hopefully serve as an example for other people and other athletes. I'm going to look for the knockout at all times. That's my game. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going for the takedown and submission because everybody knows that knockouts are what I like. And I hope my opponent has the same focus so we can put on a great fight for defense.